Hello everyone, it's Tana. Welcome back to the channel and another video for the Not Too Shabby shop. So today we're going to use So Very Fond of You, Wonderful Woods, yes, and Essential Stitched Sentiment Strips. And I'm going to do a little bit of ink blending. I'm not going to show you all of it. I just wanted to show you, if you have not watched the Jessica Frost Ballas video on 20 ink blending tips, you should. I got a lot of tips from that. It definitely helped some of my ink blending, and it was easier. It made things easier. So, like using the paper underneath to get a smoother blend. And this ink blending combination is also her idea. I would have never thought to put these colors together, and I think it makes for a beautiful background. Also, not turning your hand, turning your paper, which as you can see I forgot to do some of the time. And after this initial laydown of color, you just want to go back and forth between your colors, blending them more into each other and making sure it's a seamless blend. I used a piece of snot tape down at the bottom because there's no need to blend there. We're going to have some heat embossed tails there. There's our hills, and we're going to use the Ranger Snowflake Tinsel, I believe, embossing powder. And I love using this for snow when I want a sparkly card. So there it is, all heat embossed. And we're going to also add some sparkle to our background. But first I'm going to show you, this is a heavy piece of packaging acetate, and I use the heavier stuff when it's going to cover more of the card front so that it's more stable and sturdier. First I wash it down with some hand sanitizer. It gets a lot of the smudges and lint off. And here I'm showing you which Hero Arts Infinity rectangle dies I'm using to make my frame. The frame is slightly smaller than the card itself. And sorry if you can hear kids in the background. They're supposed to be upstairs. I think Jax is on the stairs giving the girls a hard time. So while you see me glue this acetate onto the first layer of frame, I'm going to read you some of these sentiments. Let's get cozy together. I'm so very fond of you. I adore your gentle nature. And then on the wonderful woods, there is thinking of you and with gratitude. So we're going to glue this first hill on. And then I'm going to show you my deer. I colored a whole bunch of deer. And then we're going to add some trees with two of the trees from the Wonderful Woods stamp set. I do want to say, when I was cutting out my frames, I tried to cut from two pieces of cardstock at once so I could get that double frame and sandwich my acetate in between. It did not work, but it did emboss the second card piece enough where I could line up the dies again and cut it a second time. Because I hate it when you cut out a double frame and they don't line up correctly. So there's the background. We're going to add our second piece of hill. And I'm not going to pop it up or anything because we're going to have that frame on the front. And it's not going to be a shaker, but it's got the dimension of a shaker. I also added a hill to the acetate frame. I like it. I just wish it would have been shorter because you cannot see as much of the background behind it. So I added some Daniel Smith Chinese White, some Ink on 3 Pixie Dust, and some water to this. And the Ink on 3 didn't really do much. The spatter is so small you can't really see the sparkle to it. I did make an inside for the card. I combined two different sentiments. And I gotta laugh because I hear the girls up there yelling, "Shut up," to Jax because he won't stop talking. Like that's not going to be worse for everybody to hear. Kids, especially now that they're home all the time. So I did use a sentiment on the front here, but it was not a sentiment from these sets. It is a Christmas sentiment. I think it's like, "May the warmth of the holiday be with you." We'll have to see in the pictures. I can't remember. I wanted it to be a Christmas card, so now I'm going to add a double layer of really skinny foam tape onto that frame so it's popped up and gives dimension. I cut it into a 1/4 inch lengthwise and then cut a little bit off of that to make it smaller than those little itty bitty frame edges. And now I'm gluing all my deer down, 2 on the front, 2 on the inside. And I glued that sentiment strip to the top part of the acetate frame. And we're just going to glue that all together. And that's it for this video, guys. Make sure that you hit the notification bell so you can be apprised of any giveaways. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like what you saw here today. And don't forget to visit Jamie's shop. There's a coupon code down below for you guys. And we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.